I don't want you guys to feel bad because I want to tell you, I've been doing this for over 20 years. We started this at the Mish Implant Institute many, many years ago. And one of the reasons we did it is because we knew that these doctors were spending, you know, $60,000 to $80,000 on this continuum, not including their non-production while they were out learning this information. What we learned was they were learning at a really high level, and our team members couldn't necessarily meet them at the same place. It happens because we haven't been clearly instructed on what our next steps are with a new process in the office, right? Or a process that we want to do more of. I share this from the mystery shopper because if you remember, we called 30 offices, and of the 30 offices, I don't remember the exact numbers, but somewhere around 20, 25 said, clearly we've got a great group of surgeons here because they said they needed to work with another office, which is great. But here's the thing. Most of you in the practice, besides the doctors giving the course today, are general dentists. As the general dentist, you are the quarterback, or you're not. And so if you want to be the quarterback, and if you want to make sure they get to these fine surgeons, then you need to engage them. And here's what happens. So many of them talked about that you'll have to have a consult first. You know, our doctor will do a CT scan. Sometimes you send them over there for a CT scan. You all talked about that you worked with another office and used some pretty corny language with that. How many of them said, like, we don't do the screw part, we send you to the surgeon to get screwed? I know, you laugh every time, but that's the truth, that's what you say. And then you wonder why they don't get there. I'm sorry, docs, you guys will get this, right? But here's what I want you to think about. When we tell somebody they have to have a consult first, we talk about, we're gonna need to get you in for that consult. If you need to get me in for the consult, why don't you offer me that appointment? Versus being so nice and you end with, well, thank you. Well, if I can answer any more questions, please call us back. No, I'm not calling you back. You didn't get my name. You didn't get my phone number. You didn't find out how I got to you. And yet you think I'll call you back to try to get this appointment that you said I needed that you didn't give me today. You can't tell people they have to come in for a consult and not offer that appointment at the same time. We all have our own way of doing things. I just know it's been my experience because mine is really deep in training teams. A lot of teams aren't interested in selling. They are all interested in helping people. So if you truly believe that you can help them, and if helping them means they get to the surgeon that you're using, then why don't we make sure they get to us so we can do that baton, that transfer of power, effectively? I want you to think about this because this happens over and over. Every time we do this mystery shopper, and we've been doing it for years, it's not new, the same thing happens. They're super kind, super friendly on the phone, and yet they hang up, they think you're really nice, but they didn't make an appointment because the one thing that you said they needed, not once, sometimes twice, sometimes 3 times, you didn't offer them. So I want to really strongly encourage you today to think about what came out of this mystery shopper with this group. And remember, there's a reason we don't say names, we don't play recordings. I don't even do it anymore. I have my team do it because we don't do it to embarrass, we do it to engage. When I gave you that information early on in this seminar today, you guys leaned in. You were engaged because you knew I'd done my research on you. It's not a bunch of fluff from where I've been. This is you. These are your answers. These are your people in this room. So I want you to keep this in mind. I want you to really think about how can I engage better? Remember greeting versus warm welcome. Remember, if we offer an appointment, let's get them scheduled. Can you do that? Can you do that for me? Yes, yes, yes.